Think about Earth Day. For some reason, I always think of the Great Land. And when I took a cruise to Alaska a few years ago, one of the first things that I learned was that Alaska actually means the Great Land. So this is one of my very, very all-time favorite songs about the Great Land. This is called Alaska and Me. When I was a child and I lived in the city, dreamt of Alaska so far away, and I dreamed I was flying over mountains and glaciers. Somehow I knew that I'd live there one day. It took me some growing and a fair bit of schooling, a little bit of trouble to get on the move, and I felt like a loser when I turned out the winner. Came to Alaska, the land that I love. Here's to Alaska, here's to the people, here's to the wild and here's to the free. Here's to my life in a chosen country. Here's to Alaska and me. I was born in a cabin on Little Mulchatna, raised in hard times, but I had a good life. From the first time I flew with my father a-singing, I knew that I'd wind up a bush pilot's wife. We'd sleep near the sound of a slow-running river, wake up most mornings to a drizzling rain, and we lived every day like the first or the last one, with nothing to lose, heaven to gain. Here's to Alaska, here's to the people, here's to the wild, and here's to what's free. Here's to my life in a chosen country. Here's to Alaska and me. And all for a fire on a cold winter night. We're in the spring. What's more to gaze at the great northern lights, for all of the beauty my children will see. Here's to Alaska and me. Here's to Alaska, here's to the people, here's to the wild, here's to the free. And here's to my life in this chosen country. Here's to Alaska and me. Oh, here's to Alaska and me. Just the way that you're kind of in like a cocoon. It's good though. Pat's got everything open. Pat's sweating over here, you know.
Hot flash.
There ain't nothing in the world that I like better. Bacon and lettuce and Jersey tomatoes. Up in the morning and out in the garden to grab you a ripe one. Don't get a hard one. Plant her in the spring, eat 'em in the summer. The winter without 'em's a culinary bummer. I forget all about sweating and digging every time I go out. Pick me a biggin'. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll I be without a homegrown tomatoes? Only two things money cannot buy: that true love and homegrown New Jersey tomatoes. Y'all can go out to eat, that's for sure. There's nothing that a homegrown tomato can't cure. Put 'em in a salad, put 'em in a stew. Y'all can make your own very own tomato juice. Eat 'em with eggs, or eat 'em with gravy. Eat 'em with beans down a pinto or navy. Put 'em on the side, put 'em in the middle. Homegrown tomatoes on a hot cake griddle. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll I be without a homegrown tomatoes? Only two things my money won't buy: that's true love and homegrown New Jersey. Now if I was to change this life I lead, call me Chris the Tomato Seed. I know what our country needs. It's homegrown tomato in every yard you see. When I die, don't bury me in a box in a cold dark cemetery. Out in my garden could be much better, 'cause I could be a pushing up a homegrown tomato. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What would life be without a homegrown tomato? Only two things money cannot buy, that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What would life be without a homegrown tomatoes? Only two things money cannot buy, that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Yeah.